Nicholas Smith from JB&A, the one and only.
How's it going?
All right, how are you?
You know, I've got my Vegas voice going on.
I hear.
So, you know, little gruff going there, but it's one of my favorite shows.
It is.
So I'll put up with anything.
Well, you've been speaking a lot. You've had a lot of stuff going on here during the week.
Yeah.
Even this weekend, starting to leading up into the show.
I mean, I come in on Tuesday to start prepping for our weekend show, then hit this. So it's always a 9-day affair for me.
Yeah. So, how's the show been for you guys so far in terms of the vibe that you're seeing there?
You know, I feel like traffic's down, but quality is up.
Yep.
Right? We got a lot of really good clients that have definitive projects that they're looking for answers for.
Yep.
For me, on the tech side, it's always about what's releasing, what's new, what's interesting.
Yep.
And honestly, there's a little, but it's interesting stuff.
Yeah. So, for those that may not be familiar with JB&A, maybe just take a moment to talk about who JB&A is,
Sure.
what your focus is as a company.
So we're considered a value-added distributor. So we sit between manufacturers and the systems integrators and resellers of the world. We make it easy for both of them to connect, transfer money, product. We warehouse a lot, but we work as a very consultative distributor.
Sure.
Where we're working directly with the resellers to find the right products, the right fit.
Yep.
We have a sales engineering group that supports them, and we do a lot of feedback to the manufacturers to say, hey, here's what's working, what's not working, here's what the market needs next. Right, this is where you should pivot.
So, here at the show, you just kind of talked about kind of the current, what you're seeing here. Any new tech or things that you're seeing here in terms of for broadcast and some of the things that you guys are focused on and trying to deliver to the customers? You guys look at some of the new solutions and things that we've talked about.
You know, so for, the acronym game, right, is played every year. It was HD, it was 3D, it was UHD, and about 2 years ago, it was AI, right? And every year, there's 2 letters change on a booth. And when AI hit a couple years ago, it was a Me Too. It was not really, they weren't really doing anything with it. And so this year, what I'm actually seeing is real AI products that are usable today, that are usable for true workflows, that aren't just acronyms to say we can do it. They're true products that I think will affect people's workflows.
Well, it's important because I think last year it came up, obviously, here at the show. We talked about the fact that AI is coming. It's not going to replace your job, but if you don't learn and get up to speed on it, obviously...
You'll replace yourself if you don't get on board with it.
Right, which I think is now becoming kind of common talk in terms of that and everything. So one of the things you talk about, the new technologies, one of the partnerships you guys have is with LiveU. And integrating that as part of your product portfolio of solutions, and obviously with the new LU900 from LiveU and some of the things they're going and doing from a technology, also integrating some AI components.
You know, what they bring to the table that's really important for our customers is solving the last mile or sometimes the first mile, right? The first mile can be the hardest because you have customers in the field, you have customers that are producing from a field, right? And we need to get good quality content back. We can't rely on Wi-Fi. We can't rely on sometimes some of the good IP protocols to always get it where we need it to be. And so the tool set that LiveU brings for our customers is ensuring uptime, ensuring on-air time, right? And that's why we wanted it in the portfolio for our customer base.
And that's so exciting because even as we use it and seeing that uptime and the resiliency and things that are part of that, and that's kind of exciting. And before I forget, as I talk about the company, and we've talked about a few things for the audience, is I'll make sure and put a link after this show. Nicholas has a YouTube channel that they manage and does a lot of great content creation, talks about some of the solutions here that he's mentioned here at the show. So I'll make sure to put a link so you guys can go check out his.
Yeah, we've got over 700 videos on there, just spanning, probably 2 decades worth of technology, tutorials, live streams. We interview a lot of the manufacturers on a weekly basis to say, what are you doing next? And we're not a PowerPoint show. We disallow any form of PowerPoint in the show. Really, it's what are you doing that's relevant for the market and show it to us.
Which I think is important because not too much of the time you see a lot of marketing, right? Which obviously is an important part of the process. But at the end of the day, he's also talking about the real world application of the solutions you're mentioning, we're talking about, even with LiveU and everything else here. So anything you're looking forward to checking out here again before the show wraps up this week?
Well, I got to go to Insta. to see the new camera.
Yeah.
I'm very excited by that. And there's a couple of new cameras hitting the market this year that I think are really interesting.
Sure.
So I definitely need to go over and see Insta and see what they're doing. SNS launched a really cool AI product for on-premise. Very excited by that. So we're going to get a little deeper in that. And then some of the new AI features inside of the VIZRT cam with graphic creation, metadata curation, sort of the keying solutions. Yep. So these are the areas I'm saying where we're seeing actual real world AI application where, okay, this is something I can use daily versus something that's coming later.
Right. Which is yeah. And then there's a good opportunity here this show to be able to go do that and just check some of those out, have the time to kind of dive into it and to see what it looks like. Then when you get back to shop, work on it and actually...
We'll end up doing a whole video. We'll do a whole webinar just on the show, everything we saw, everything we'll push it all out there and let people see it and talk about it and take chats from the audience. It's a lot of fun.
That'll be cool. I'll make sure we'll promote that too and then make sure that goes out to the masses as well.